2003-2004 season, Edu Gaspar and his fellow teammates just did the impossible in England. He just became the first English team to go an entire 38 league game without losing. Edu Gaspar was a very, very intriguing and important squad member of the team. He played in the midfield. He was versatile, hence he was always in and out the team. He played in the box-to-box role, or at times he sits in the 4, the defensive midfield position. Edu was widely appreciated by his teammates and the entire fan base in general. Fast forward, after leaving Arsenal, he made some transfer to a couple of teams before finally calling off his career and pulling his boots, calling it quits. And in the 2010 World Cup, Quintus was the coach of the Iranian team, and he added Edu Gaspar as part of his coaching team. Edu Gaspar was the assistant coaching crew member of the Iranian team. After the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, Edu was widely praised by his calmness and his tenacity. 2011, Edu was snatched up by Corinthians, a club he once wore their white and black jersey for. Edu was appointed as the new sporting director of Corinthians. Edu did a lot for Corinthians in trying to navigate the pathway of Brazilians to Europe, amassing huge amount of funds for the sales of South American players to Europe, and that was heading very well. And in 2019, Edu became the first ever sporting director of the Arsenal Football Club. When being the manager of the Arsenal football team, Edu fostered a good relationship with Mikel Arteta, and in the 2019-2020 season, Edu negotiated some transfers. Here are the players Edu was able to recruit to the Arsenal team. Edu brought in Nicolas Pepe for £72 million, William Saliba for £27 million, Kieran Tierney £24.3 million, Pablo Mari, initial loan of 5.4 plus purchase of £7.2 million, David Luiz from Chelsea £7.8 million, Dani Ceballos, a loan from Real Madrid, and Cedric Suarez, a loan and a later free. And believe me, if you are to judge that year's transfer, the only player that stood out and is still in an Arsenal jersey now has to be William Saliba. The rest has either been sold for free or little or nothing. So if I'm to rate this Edu's first season as a sporting director, I'll give him a sounding F. But let's move on. The 2020-2021 season, Edu went in and was able to recruit the likes of Thomas Partey for £55 million, Martin Odegaard for an initial loan fee of £1.8 million before purchase of £31.5 million, Gabriel Magalhaes £22.4 million, Alex Rumours for £1.8 million, William for a free, then Matt Ryan on loan. This transfer season seemed to be the best season for Edu as a sporting director of the Arsenal, as he was able to recruit pivot players of the Arsenal starting lineup, and some majority of them are still starters. Now, the likes of Thomas Partey played his own share of being an Arsenal player, though he was restricted by injury, but he gave a good account of himself. The skipper right now, Martin Odegaard, also came through the ranks of Edu. Good job. Gabriel Magalhaes, also another product of Edu's scouting. Why Alex Rumours, disaster season for the Arsenal. William never seemed to find his feet at the Arsenal. Matt Ryan, team also struggled and never found his feet. So for this season, because majority of these players played an important role, I'll give Edu's transfer window a B for this season. The 2021-2022 season has to be, in the history of sporting directors, the worst transfer recruitment by under the book of Edu. He was able to recruit Ben White for £52 million. Initially, everybody knew that Edu overpriced Ben White. Buying him for £52 million was outrageous. But Ben White, as a quality player, stood out. Aaron Ramsdale bought Aaron Ramsdale from a relegated Southampton for £25 million. Takeo Tomiyasu bought Tomiyasu in for £16.7 million. Albert Samuel Lokonga was also another terrible buy for Edu. Nuno Tavares, also another terrible buy from Edu. Austin Trusty, disastrous buy by Edu. So and if I'm to rate Edu, I have to give him another resounding and disappointing F in this season. The 2022-2023 was when the Arsenal started going in the right trajectory. We were able to recruit Gabriel Jesus from Man City for £45.5 million. Also able to get Fabio Vieira for £30.40 million. Olazandran Zinchenko from Man City also for £30.4 million. Jakub Kivior for £22.3 million. Leandro Trossard for £21.4 million. Jorginho for £10 million. Matt Turner for £5.7 million. Marquinhos, Brazilian connection, for £2.6 million. This season was Edu's best ever season for the Arsenal. He was able to recruit players that had title mentality. And this season, I have no choice but to give Edu a resounding B, for his ability to recruit such quality players. Even though Arteta's influence in Manchester City played a very, very important role in recruiting these star players. The 2023-2024 season signaled Arsenal moving from the wrong trajectory to the right trajectory, also getting better. We just finished second, and we are trying to improve. I'm trying to go for the title. And 2023-2024 season was when Arsenal was able to recruit Declan Rice from West Ham for £101 million, Kai Havertz for £64.8 million, Julian Timber for £34.6 million, while David Raya with an initial loan fee of £3.3 million, they later paid £27 million, making it a total of £30 million transfer. This season was also another challenging season for the Arsenal, and I have to give Edu a very good A for this transfer window. At least that's not a bad finish. Now moving forward to Edu's last season as being the sporting director of Arsenal. It was 2024-2025 season. Arsenal still coming back from another second position finish. We were able to recruit the likes of Ricardo Calafiori for £42 million. He had a very resounding World Cup and was recruited by the Arsenal. We got Mikel Merino from Real Sociedad for £31.6 million. Raheem Sterling, this is the signing that is a loan deal that got Arsenal fans fed up with Edu. Got it on a loan. While Neto from Bournemouth also on a loan. And so this was Edu's job in the Arsenal. Before Edu decided to give the Arsenal fan base a shocker that is more of a blessing to the Arsenal and a problem or a cost to Nottingham Forest. Edu reportedly resigned from being the sporting director of the Arsenal, and he was said to be heading to Nottingham Forest for a better and improved role in the hierarchy of Nottingham Forest. While in the ranks of the Arsenal, there was some reported friction between Mikel Arteta and Edu Gaspar, as Mikel Arteta wanted more influence in the transfer market, and it was reported that the hierarchy of the Arsenal sided with Mikel Arteta, giving him more leverage and power, and this did not sit well with Edu Gaspar. And at November 4th, 2024, it was reported that Edu Gaspar has joined the realms of Nottingham Forest owned by Greece billionaire Maranakis. Edu was appointed the global head of football for the Maranakis football dynasty, which comprises of Nottingham Forest, Olympiacos, and Rio Aves of Portugal. It was an offer that Edu could not turn down, a match-watching offer with lots of financial benefits, and he was promised lots of control in the realms of affairs. Fast forward, Edu handled the affairs of Nottingham Forest until their honeymoon period crashed. The first strike came with Edu and the former coach of Nottingham Forest, Nuno Espirito Santos, clashing over transfer candidates. While Nino had other priorities, other players that he felt could add value to his team, Edu Gaspar was venturing for the likes of Douglas Luiz and Omari Hutchinson, the former Arsenal player. Nottingham Forest was able to recruit Omari Hutchinson, but did not get Douglas Luiz rather, and it caused lots of friction, and Edu and Nuno fell out, and Nuno had to leave the office of the coach of Nottingham Forest. Going further, that transfer issue plus the current form of Nottingham Forest, we are currently languishing in 17th position, further puts Edu's job on the line. And the latest business done by Edu, getting the likes of Alonso Zinchenko from Arsenal, a deal that fell disastrous, which led Nottingham Forest further terminating the contract of Zinchenko, then him moving to Ajax, was the break point for Edu's contract to be terminated. As I speak currently, Edu is on the grims of leaving the office of the head of global football of the Maranakis dynasty. It's a sad scene for a once bright and aspiring technical director to have gone down this road. But like I said, it is Nottingham Forest lost and Arsenal profit. Right now, we have one of the best sporting directors in the market in person of Andreas Beta, and we are aiming for our first Premier League title in 22 years. This is the Arsenal Corner. Do what to drop your comment in the comment section. Do what to leave a like with the like button. Do what to share to your friends. And I'm saying peace.